It seems the situation involving Piers Morgan, Beyonce, and Jaguar Wright is more complicated than we initially thought. Recently, 50 Cent has made some bold claims suggesting that Beyonce effectively pressured Piers to turn against Jaguar, allegedly blackmailing him with damaging information that could ruin his career. Having been intertwined with Beyonce and Jay-Z's affairs for over 20 years, 50 Cent isn't likely to back off anytime soon, as he's brought forward some striking evidence that hints at Piers being involved in some questionable activities himself. To be fair, Piers' explanation for his sudden change of heart throwing Jaguar under the bus was that Jay-Z and Beyonce threatened him with legal action for speaking about them. It's clear he wanted to avoid any issues with the Carters, as he quickly backed down. Fans are speculating that they may have chosen this moment to respond to Jaguar's claims because they had leverage over Piers, making him easier to manipulate. Jaguar has been vocal about her experiences for quite some time, sharing various shocking stories, especially after the focus shifted to Diddy. Recently, she made bold allegations claiming that Jay-Z was involved in shady dealings that were even worse than Diddy's.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy. This been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years.
If you're wondering why Jaguar has so much drama with Jay-Z, there's a significant reason behind it. In a recent interview, she claimed that Jay-Z once attempted to harm her when she was a backup singer for him, alleging that he confronted her with a box cutter. This shocking accusation sheds light on the deep-seated tensions between them.
Sean Carter is just as bad as the Diddler. And I know that for a fact. I got the scars to prove it.
So there's been so many people on the internet trying to figure out where you are. They're watching you. They're doing all types of stuff trying to figure you out.
You want to know what a box cutter feels like going into your skin and you? I'll tell you how it feels. Y'all ain't seen that Cassie shit. That's nothing.
So are you trying to say like Jay-Z put on you?
I'm saying Sean Carter remembers everything he did to me, and he's got it in too. Just like Diddy.
It's understandable that someone would hold a grudge over an incident like that. Trying to harm someone is pure madness. Clearly, Jaguar and the Carters aren't exchanging holiday greetings anytime soon, as she consistently exposes their secrets whenever she gets the chance. So, when it was announced that she would be interviewing with Piers Morgan, everyone knew it would be a wild ride. Jaguar didn't hold back during the interview, making a shocking claim that Jay-Z was allegedly the mastermind behind the Me Too movement. She suggested that he aimed to take down R. Kelly to divert attention from his own involvement in Kelly's misconduct. To top it off, she claimed that Jay-Z even financed the movement to shield himself and bury any potential dirt from their questionable past.
Well, because the Me Too movement was a ruse. It was a setup. It was a scam. I'm saying that now, publicly. Dream Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail. Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing to see what's right there. If the Me Too movement were real, why aren't they speaking now? They've also been very quiet in this time of the Diddler's downfall.
This is certainly a wild claim, especially given the rumors that have been circulating about R. Kelly suggesting Jay-Z set him up. Word on the street is that Kelly has been telling people Jay-Z allegedly funded the documentary that significantly impacted his trial. The plot thickens when you consider that Kelly and Jay-Z were once very close before all of Kelly's scandals came to light. After Kelly was exposed, Jay-Z acted as if they had never been friends. And it gets even more intriguing. Ronnie Bo, one of Kelly's former cellmates, spilled some serious tea on Hip Hop News Uncensored, claiming that although Kelly lacked solid proof, he believed that Jay-Z, his former collaborator, had put out a hit on him. It's fascinating to see that Jaguar seems to align with these suspicions about Jay's shady behavior, but she didn't stop there. She also dropped another bombshell, alleging that Beyonce was involved in Aaliyah's death.
I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a little couple. They do things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping
Porter?
people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about. Here.
For years, there have been whispers suggesting that Aaliyah's death may not have been an accident, and many fans can't help but link it to the Carters. The theory is that Jay-Z's supposed fixation on Aaliyah sparked feelings of jealousy and insecurity in Beyonce, especially since both women were competing in the music scene at the same time. Before Jay-Z's interest in Aaliyah, she was actually married to his good friend R. Kelly, the same R. Kelly that Jaguar claims Jay-Z set up to take the fall. It's troubling to note that Aaliyah was manipulated into marrying Kelly at just 15 years old while he was 27, and her parents had to intervene to have the marriage annulled. The fact that Jay-Z was aware of this and remained silent is definitely a red flag. For him to then develop feelings for Aaliyah after everything is a whole new level of messiness. Perhaps it wasn't just about Aaliyah herself. Jay may have been seeking a high-profile partner to bolster his legacy, and Aaliyah's rising star made her an ideal match. He certainly wasted no time moving on to Beyonce once Aaliyah was out of the picture. Aaliyah was truly a standout talent, dominating the scene and attracting numerous admirers, including both Jay-Z and Dame Dash. Tensions between Jay and Dame had already been brewing, but things became even messier when they both pursued Aaliyah. Reports suggest that Jay-Z did Dame dirty by selling their record label out from under him. The rivalry over Aaliyah was bound to create friction, and anyone could have told Jay and Dame that pursuing the same woman would complicate their friendship. Given Jay-Z's reputation for not taking losses lightly, he's known for his "I will not lose" mentality. It's no surprise that he didn't handle the situation well, especially when Aaliyah ultimately chose Dame over him.
You know this is gonna be hard for him, because he was throwing, because his friends were laughing at him.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I might have a question since we're talking about Aaliyah, and ignore me if it's too much, but do you have any opinion on the R. Kelly situation? Do you think he got
Naturally, Jaguar Wright couldn't resist weighing in, adding even more fuel to the fire. She claimed that Aaliyah was the real reason for the fallout between Jay-Z and Dame Dash, suggesting that Jay's bitterness over losing Aaliyah to Dame fueled their rivalry. According to her, that jealousy effectively destroyed their friendship. It really sounds like a classic case of jealousy spiraling out of control. Emotions can certainly make situations messy, and this one seems no exception.
Everybody that knows Sean Carter knows that he will slump anyone in any relationship for $1. Look at how he did Dame. Like, I don't give you wanted to get away from your homie, if you wanted to get away from your partner. But to do it the way he did it, it's malicious. But maybe that was because he was a girl that did.
After the whole Aaliyah situation, Jay-Z shifted his focus to Beyonce, but rumors continued to swirl about his lingering feelings for Aaliyah. The tension only intensified as a strange rivalry was brewing between Beyonce and Aaliyah during that time, creating a messy love triangle. When Aaliyah tragically lost her life in that fateful plane crash in Bermuda, Beyonce found herself with both Jay-Z and newfound fame. Jaguar suggested that it wasn't mere luck or fate. She claimed Beyonce allegedly orchestrated the events surrounding Aaliyah's death. To make matters even murkier, insiders like Mary J. Blige have hinted that Aaliyah's death might have deeper implications than what the public was led to believe. Some have even suggested that it could have been a sacrificial offering, adding another unsettling layer to an already tragic situation.
That was you know what I'm saying? I was a serious people know it or not. Because God don't care people. You know what I'm saying? Let people know it or not. I could go deep, but our people, I would have to really bring proof, you know what I'm saying? For what I learned. And she just was cut down in the prime of her life. And it's so unfair.
After Jaguar's appearance on Piers Morgan's show, Beyoncé wasted no time bringing in her lawyers. As a result, Piers quickly edited out Jaguar's segment and issued an apology to the Carters. It was a swift response that underscored the serious nature of the allegations being discussed.
Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay-Z.
You know, Jaguar doesn't take disrespect or being silenced lightly, and she didn't hold back when she dragged Piers Morgan. She revealed that it was actually Piers' team that reached out to her first, inviting her to appear on the show. Jaguar also asserted that she and Piers had discussed her statements beforehand, claiming he had vetted her allegations before she went on air. This added another layer of drama to the situation, as it suggested that Piers was fully aware of the potential.
Morgan's producers called him directly. And we talked about it briefly, and I said, we have to do it. We have to. Because the one thing I know about Piers Morgan is he is a smart prey. And not only is he smart prey, he is a great conductor of information. He also vets things vicious. And I want to thank you for that. Because if my word is good enough to make it through Piers Morgan's firewall of please don't sue me, then I guess he just vetted me for every ounce of real life content on the couch. We thank you for that.
Well, 50 Cent is out here claiming that the real reason Piers backtracked isn't just legal threats, as he asserts. According to 50 Cent, Piers allegedly has a secret life filled with skeletons in his closet, and somehow the Carters found out about it and used that information against him. Jaguar Wright's claims on the show stirred up a lot of drama and controversy, something the Carters definitely wanted to avoid, especially with all the current Diddy drama. The last thing they need is authorities digging into their affairs, because if the rumors are true, things could get messy. Now, I want to hear what you all think about this. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button, and subscribe. This Jay-Z and Beyonce situation is getting crazier by the day, and you better come on in to get the latest scoop, because 50 Cent is back, sharing his take on the situation. It seems we've had it all backwards. You know how people have been accusing Jay-Z of being a manipulator, allegedly forcing Beyonce into some questionable situations? Well, 50 Cent is flipping that narrative, claiming that not only is Beyonce just as involved, but she might even be worse. He shared some shocking examples of her alleged actions, and it gets even juicier. 50 Cent suggested that Beyonce is trying to make Jay-Z take the fall for their messy dealings by planning to divorce him, set him up for failure, and then throw him under the bus. There's so much to unpack here. Is this why Jay-Z has been so vocal about professing his love for Beyonce in recent weeks? If you've been out of the loop, there have been reports from insiders suggesting that Beyonce is seriously considering divorcing Jay-Z and just walking away. The drama has been brewing for a while, and many assumed Beyonce was leaving because she was tired of being used and manipulated. For a long time, there have been rumors about Jay-Z's questionable activities behind the scenes, and I won't dive into all the details now, but if you've seen my previous videos, you know there are plenty of allegations. People have often viewed Beyonce as another one of his victims, especially given her squeaky clean public image and the fact that she was quite young when they got together. In an interview, Beyonce spilled some tea that could shed light on the situation. I was 18 when we first met, 19 when we started dating. There was no one expected me to run off and get married. They officially started dating when Beyonce was just 19 and Jay-Z was 31, a significant age gap that has fans buzzing and raising eyebrows. Some have speculated about the dynamics of their relationship given this difference, but it gets even more concerning. Many people are now questioning the nature of their connection, especially considering the power imbalance that often comes with such age gaps. It's led to discussions about whether Beyonce truly had agency in their relationship or if she was drawn into a world of manipulation and control from the start. This context only adds to the ongoing drama surrounding them and raises serious questions about their past and present. In 2007, Charlie Rose did an interview with Jay-Z, and he said he had met Bey 10 years ago or in 1997. If they met in 1997, that means Beyoncé was only 16 at the time. Depending on when exactly they crossed paths, Jay-Z could have been in his late 20s minus 27 or 28, making the idea of him pursuing a teenager very shady, to say the least. This age gap has led many to view Beyoncé as a victim, often leaving her out of the narrative when Jay-Z gets criticized for his questionable activities. Even when discussions arise about the couple allegedly blackballing others in the industry, the focus tends to remain on Jay-Z's influence and actions, while Beyoncé is often portrayed as the media's darling, untouched by the scrutiny. However, 50 Cent seems to be challenging this narrative by sharing his insider knowledge, and he hasn't held back in his criticism of Beyoncé. When blogger Storm Monroe broke the news a couple of months ago, everyone rallied around Beyoncé, celebrating the idea that she might be leaving Jay-Z for good. But now, as more details come to light, the conversation is shifting, and it's becoming clear that there's a lot more complexity to their relationship than many initially thought.
What I've heard about them as a couple is that they've been living separate lives for a very long time. So they together, but they living separate. And part of the reason why they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood, is because Jay-Z's up next to be exposed. And it's only so much of these stories that Jay-Z can, he can pay off, he can block. He won't be able to stop this. And she knows it, and he knows it too. As far as who's gonna be the breakout victim / story, I don't know. Yeah, I might have to ask Jay Celine. I don't know. But I'm just letting you know that once that comes out and Jay-Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're gonna see Beyonce divorce. Okay, and she may or may not do an interview, but their publicist is gonna release something. She's gonna say, "Oh, the Carters have been separated for some time. They built this beautiful life." Blah 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 blah.
The idea of Beyonce leaving Jay-Z was met with excitement among fans, especially after Storm Monroe hinted that Jay-Z was about to face serious exposure, not just petty stuff like ruining careers or blacklisting people, but something major, akin to the level of allegations against Diddy for his past actions. Interestingly, Storm wasn't the first to suggest that Jay-Z would be facing serious scrutiny. Following Cassie's explosive lawsuit, which revealed some truly horrific allegations against Jay-Z's best friend Diddy, Jaguar Wright also claimed that Jay-Z was next in line to be exposed. Jaguar suggested that the reason Jay-Z hadn't been called out yet was that he was smarter and more cautious than Diddy, implying that he had managed to keep his skeletons hidden better. This revelation adds another layer to the ongoing drama, as it raises questions about what might come to light and how it could impact both Jay-Z and Beyoncé moving forward.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy. This pussy been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 fucking years.
As they say, birds of a feather flock together, and this might be the case with Jay-Z and Diddy. The streets are buzzing that Jay-Z could be just as problematic as Diddy, and considering the serious allegations against Diddy, many fans expressed relief at the thought of Beyoncé possibly considering a divorce. Beyond the age gap, there's also the fact that Jay-Z has allegedly cheated on Beyoncé multiple times throughout their relationship. This isn't just about the infamous Lemonade and Becky, with the Good Hair drama reports suggest he started cheating just months into their relationship. One of the first women he allegedly cheated with was rapper Charlie Baltimore. If you've been following the drama, you've probably heard the rumors about their affair behind Beyoncé's back. Charlie was previously in a relationship with the late Notorious B.I.G., and eventually she grew tired of being the other woman while Jay-Z flaunted his relationship with Beyoncé. So she ended the affair, but Jay-Z reportedly didn't take it well.
It wasn't over no money. It wasn't over being righteous. What was it over? A chick? What we don't do is we don't fuck with our homies, ex-bitches. Bow! You feel me? You know who that is now. I said bow. Charlie Baltimore. There you go.
What do you all think about this situation? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to check out the next video.